I just left my house. I have an emergency situation. My boyfriend's trying to come seek my kid. I don't have anywhere to go.
I'm seeking an assistance with my 1-month-old baby. They have nowhere to live. I'm looking for shelter for me and my
lady, I believe she said
I'm calling because I'm trying to see if possible.
Married in 2010. There were red flags from the beginning, but I was so in love that I didn't want to notice it.
I had gone to file a restraining order against my husband because I was being abused verbally, physically, mentally. The day that I had filed it and gone back for the injunction to be lifted, I had planned on actually lifting the restraining order.
I remember one morning I got up and he was already drinking that day.
I thought that everything was going to be okay. I was actually afraid to have my child as part of a statistic of a divorce.
So I got my daughter ready and we were just going to leave and let him cool off and come back later. He kicked me down the stairs while I was 7 months pregnant with my son. And then when I got down to the floor, he was running behind me and picked me up and threw me up against the wall again and started choking me out in front of my daughter.
My husband had disappeared for 16 days and had gone to Mexico without me knowing. Left me at home with my child and my 2 stepchildren. He had returned after his trip. That night, or actually 2 days later after he had come back, he had started getting text messages from some woman that he had met over there. He was constantly accusing me of cheating on him numerous times. He actually became so enraged by me confronting him that he had taken me into the bedroom, forced me to have sex with him. He raped me. He threw me into the closet. He hit me twice. I had a busted lip while my son was screaming, "Don't hurt my mommy."
At least in my case, I feel that it was my fault, and I felt that that he might be right for what he was saying or doing, and you start blaming yourself and you try to change and do the best you can. He will say, "I'm sorry, I won't do it anymore," and you want to believe him.
My child had seen me get hit. He had seen me be verbally abused. My stepdaughter had seen it. All 3 of my children had seen it. I didn't want my son growing up thinking that it was okay for women to be treated like that and for him to treat women like that.
It's hard to make friends with people and it's hard to trust people because of what I've gone through, what my kids have gone through. It's hard on my children.
Because if I don't get out, he's gonna put me in jail or he's gonna kill me. I'm gonna lose my daughter.
There was people out there that could help me.
And a friend of mine told me about SAMI and No More Tears. And I had the courage to call, and that was the best thing I ever did in my life.
And the one that stuck out in my head with the most was No More Tears. Only because I was tired of crying. I've been crying for 6 years and I was tired of crying. And I just thought the name was really nice.
She said, "You're gonna find an apartment, you're gonna rent an apartment, we're gonna pay for the first 2 months.
I actually called Somi, and she said, "I want you in my office today at 2 o'clock.
To get a job, get a childcare for your daughter, and then we're gonna get a lawyer for you." She gave me all the information for the lawyer.
No More Tears is a nonprofit organization with a mission to rescue human trafficking victims and domestic violence victims. I registered the nonprofit in November of 2006, but the first victim we rescued was in 2008. So it's been around for a while. Before I started No More Tears, I wanted to volunteer at other nonprofits because I didn't really have an idea of how to run a nonprofit, so I wanted to gain some experience. And I volunteered for some wonderful nonprofit organizations. The only thing I felt was there was element missing in enabling the victims to stand on their feet and become independent and kind of decrease the chances of them going back to their abusers. So I decided to implement that component into No More Tears. No More Tears provides numerous services because when the victim leaves, she basically has nothing. We provide medical assistance, legal assistance. Number one priority is to give them therapy so they can begin healing. Dental care, we have an optometrist that volunteers her time, driving lessons, food, clothing, basic needs, anything and everything that you can think of. We work very hard to find service providers that would give us a significantly discounted rate to help victims so we can help more victims. No one at No More Tears takes a salary, not even myself. 100% of what's donated to us goes directly to fund the victim services programs.
When I called Somi with No More Tears and she told me she was going to help me, she sent me a check for to move down here, to pay my expenses to move down to Florida from Missouri. Once I got to Florida, she helped me get put me in a hotel room until we could find a place for me and my children to live. She also, No More Tears, put me through therapy with a therapist. Also helped me get a job and put me through school to get my phlebotomy, EKG, and now I work at the hospital because of that. So, and Somi is always there if I need support, just, someone to listen to me or just give me a hug or, encourage me to, continue my education and continue doing what I'm doing as a mother. And I put myself together because else I cry.
That's okay.
I just want to tell Somi thank you so much because without her and without No More Tears, I wouldn't be here today. I would probably be dead and my children wouldn't have a mother. I'm so grateful and there are not enough thank yous in the world to tell her how thankful I am for her and all that she does for not only me but other victims and survivors in the world. She's an angel and I just love her and thank her so much.